Okay, cool. This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So I resent those. There was it wasn't clear. Now the one that's in parentheses is something that was just extra. If we want to add, we can. So the first one is it says I can, but it's supposed to say, oh
I hear you. Do you hear me?
yeah. It's supposed to
Okay.
say I can't. So let me redo it again because it's still wrong. I can't ask for what I need, and I'm not sure why.
Are we live?
Help. No. Can you help?
Okay.
Jill, my mother-in-law, is here, and I had to get the kids. We'll put a period there. I'm trying to get things ready to go, comma, and she is asking me to help her because she is cooking. I feel mad at her and me. How can I be less reactive? Okay, number 3, I feel so frustrated and I always can't get things done I need to for my business.
Okay.
I never like those. Okay, so those are 4. I actually just put the 4th one on there while you were talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't move my nose. My nose is stuck. It's
You
like
can't see. You can't show.
it's like
Or maybe this nostril is bigger than the other.
yeah, because this one's moving and this one's like dead. My nostril's dead. It's like I can't move it.
Okay. Let me see.
Like I can't move this side of my nose.
You picked a fine time, Lucy.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
read those 4?
The first one, I can't ask for what I need and I'm not sure why. Can you help? That will be anonymous.
Okay. Yeah, so really all you
But
have
that
to
could
do
be
is read them and just make up whatever
okay.
name you want to put with them. So you don't have to make it scary for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. All right, cool beans. So we'll go ahead and go live if it works. Let's hopefully it works.
You look fine. You look fine.
Thanks. Oh gosh. Oh shoot, I started to chew gum. I need to be careful.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I bit my
probably
my
just stuck
lip.
on it. You did. Oh yeah, see, I might eat my tongue if I'm not careful.
You like my afro?
You're so silly. I like your body. So much body. Okay, so what did we say we're gonna call this? We're gonna call this Master Your Mindset with Coach Tammy Star and Annette. Or do you want to say Master Your Mindset with Annette and Coach Tammy Star? Which flows better?
I think that flows better. Yeah, because you're not saying my last name, so you're giving yourself you're saying your last name title. So yeah, it sounds good like that.
Okay.
Is this right? I don't know what's here. How about I feel upset instead of mad at her and me, or no, I feel mad at her and me. I feel upset at her and me. How can I be less reactive?
Any one of those are all the same, so it's okay. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Q&A time with Annette and Coach Tammy Starr, where we answer your questions to master your mindset. Blam! Okay, go live. I gotta set an alarm because I have an appointment after. So let me check my timing so I don't mess myself up. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 12:45.
Your alarm is set for 12:45 p.m.
All right, cool beans. Let me not dump this. Oh, light. Ah, okay. The part I hate. Going live. Oh, I need my little clicker. All right, here we go.
I'm
Where'd it
gonna
go?
have to look at.
Where'd the live? Oh, do I gotta write that again? The little box went away that I typed everything in. All right, let's do it again. More
All right.
live stream, Facebook. Yeah, I guess I gotta do it again. It went away. Master your mindset. Or was it master your mind?
You
Master your
put
mind or master your mindset?
master your mindset
Okay.
with Annette and Tammy Starr in your title. Master your
With Annette and Coach Tammy Starr.
coach.
Okay, we're going live. Preparing to live stream the meeting. Setting up your meeting for Facebook Live.
Oh,
That's my AI voice. All right, we are now live. I think we are live. Yes, we are live. 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! Take 1 million. All right, so we are live, everybody. My name is Coach Tammy Starr, or Tammy Workman-Lopez, and we are here with Annette Valier. And we're just here for you. That's what we're doing here today. We want to address questions that you guys have shared with us. We want to help you take a look at some of these things and master your mindset. Annette and I are here just sharing our experience. I have been helping people change their mindset and change their perspective on things, helping them clear up their life, clear up their relationships, remove the boundaries that are there, and just stepping into their goals and dreams. And Annette is an amazing peer parent. She's an amazing mom. She's an amazing wife, and she's an amazing person who has stepped into the lives of so many. And she also, again, like me, just wants to be here to share with you and help make a difference for you. Miss Annette, do you think you could maybe put that phone thingy a little
yes.
further? Because it's kind of
Yes,
loud.
I'm so sorry.
No
I'm
worries.
still learning. Still learning this new phone, but yeah.
Yeah, no worries at all. All right. So, Annette, if you want to share just a little bit about yourself, anything, it doesn't matter. And then just share, kind of repeating what I just said, probably. Just why it is you want to be here for the group.
Well, you see, I like to help people, and I'm a people person. So, just like to, uh, you know, I'm always solving problems. So I figure, hey, this is great, you know, joining ventures with you to see if we can do something to help other people
Yeah,
with
beautiful.
questions, with everyday questions that people have, and either they don't know how to figure out a good solution. That's what we're here for.
Beautiful.
I have a
Awesome.
list of Yeah, I have a list of questions here with people that had thrown some questions out. And yeah, whenever you're ready, we could start with some questions.
All right, cool. So just to let you guys know, these questions that we're responding to are questions that you guys sent in. Some of them came through Facebook DM. Some of them were from folks that were replying back to us on text messaging. So any questions that you have where you feel like, I do have some challenges and it is blocking me in life, whether it's through negative thinking, whether it's through some conflict that you're trying to work through, um, whether it's personal or professional. Our goal is to help you create that mindset that you want to have, mastering your mindset. And so these are your questions. So if as you're hearing this, you're like, oh, I could totally relate to that, and it makes me think of this question, definitely write that in the comments. If you can see how the answers help, great. If you're like, I don't know about that answer because I tried that and it didn't work, put that in there too, because we want to elaborate and support you in areas where you are doing the work and it's just not creating the results you're looking for. So don't hesitate, put whatever questions. There are no stupid questions except for the ones that we don't ask because they can never get an answer. All right, cool beans. So let's hear what you got.
Okay, Tammy, we got Bob. Bob asked, I can't ask for what I need, and I'm not sure why. Can you help?
Okay, yes. So it sounds like in that instance, he's dealing with not knowing how to set boundaries. And I have a document I'm going to share with you guys. I was actually just reviewing over it with a client. And you know what? Let me go ahead and share my screen. That's probably the best way to do it. Now, I'm thinking to change the name of this document. But right now, it's how to set boundaries without being an a-hole. Okay. And the idea is it gives you the understanding and permission to be in forgiveness of yourself, because oftentimes we won't set a boundary until we're upset, until we're at that breaking point. Or we might set a boundary that's like, hey, can you kind of sort of please not do that? Or, I'd really like it if you could maybe, right? So we're still not setting a boundary that sounds solid or that someone really respects hearing from us. And so this document here is one that I created, and it's to help you set boundaries, right? Making sure you're doing it in a way that's respectful. It's to help you be able to create a better relationship, but starting with yourself. And this is like a blueprint. It also allows you to be able to interpret what the heck do these emotions mean? I just feel like I'm blowing up and that's it. The idea is we have this level of thinking intimacy is only between us and another person. But what if intimacy starts with understanding yourself? So getting started, this document helps to set boundaries. The first thing is you start with a positive statement with that person. You let them know what they said or did that was the problem. You let them know how you think and feel. And what you want to be mindful of is what you think is going to cause how you feel. So if I think this person is being rude on purpose, trying to hurt me, I'm going to feel angry and I'm going to feel stressed. And that's probably what I'm going to notice at first. But there's also some things going on, like I don't know how to reply to this person. All I want to do is scream back at them. I want to say mean things. I want to react. And so it's important that we allow ourselves to handle how we're feeling at the same time. And that may take a bit of a challenge. It's a very big challenge if you don't have the know-how of some of these steps. But just walk through quickly. answer Bob's question, being able to ask for what you want. So for example, let's say, Annette, you're going to be Bob and I'll be I don't know who he's mad at, so I'm totally making this up or frustrated
Okay.
with. But let's say it's his wife. Let's say he wants to speak to his wife and he's not. So what could
Right.
be a positive way that you start a conversation with me where you want to set a boundary?
Okay. Well, I would I would say, well, can we talk? I really feel that we can probably figure something out if we can,
Right
put
there.
our
I'm going to
minds
stop you right
together.
there. Just right
Okay.
there, super simple. Can we
Oh,
talk? Right? So
can we
you
talk?
started like so this is what happens, right? We were like, oh, how do I start this? And so then we have all these things. But just as simple as, hey, can we talk? And when you said there, we could probably get on the same page, that might even be too much with somebody. Now, I do want to emphasize to all of you, I am also a recovering anxiety-aholic. And as soon as someone says to me, can we talk? Oh, heck, I'm sweating. I am, because growing up, we need to talk. Well, actually, it wasn't said, it was get over here. And so, can
Mm-mm.
we talk is just a representation of what I dealt with there. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get yelled at. Something's wrong. What did I do? So, it's important if we say, hey, everything's okay, but I'd like to talk to you about our conversation yesterday. Or I'd like to
Mhm.
talk to you about, and say exactly what you want to talk about immediately to curb any of that. What did I do? What do you want? What, any of that. So we can add that as support in that positive statement. A lot of people aren't aware of the reaction going on over here of fear when someone says, can we talk? So that can actually be part of that. Hey, honey, can we talk? I want to talk to you about the fridge. Or I want to talk to you about the conversation we started earlier. So it already feels really calm. And then what we tend to miss is we will often go into saying, can we talk? Because I'm really upset. Or um, we're really not doing good. Or, kind of like the negative, and it's sort of placed on us as people or placed on them as a person. But instead, we're going to talk about what it was, the issue, what they said, what they did, what I said, what I did. So it goes in either direction. So when you said blankety blank, so when you said you never take out the trash, let's do that. I felt, now we may not use these words, but the words will fall into these categories. And if I'm not comfortable using the word anger, instead I can use the word unjust and unfair because that's what that first button of anger is all about. I felt like that was unfair because I was thinking, I take the trash out all the time. I'm the only one who takes the trash out, or whatever the truth is. And then this we never get. Asking, I need. Now, it doesn't have to be like, I need to know why you said that. Can you tell me what you meant when you said that? Can you tell me what you were feeling when you said that? Right? Because if you take the trash out all the time, then she's not correct. So something else is going on. Maybe she reminded you a million times, or maybe she always has to remind you a million times, or something is going on in her thoughts and her emotions to cause that interaction. And so then we're asking for what we need, more clarity. And then we check in on, so they say whatever they say, and they're giving you that feedback. So you're getting their thoughts. If, let's say she says, well, because you didn't take out the trash. Okay. Then we can ask for some more. So, but I usually take out the trash. So when you made the statement of saying, I always take out the trash. So we're coming back up here, by the way, positive statement. Positive statement is, okay, I hear them. I hear what she's saying. Okay. So I could say, okay, or I could say, okay, so I hear you saying that I didn't take out the trash today, and so that's why you made the statement, I never take out the trash, right?
Right.
And so then we're alluding to, I need to answer. If she just stands there, is that what you meant? Because that's why I got upset, because I usually do, but I think what you're saying is you're just mad about today. So we're
What
getting
does,
clear.
Tammy, how about
Mhm.
having a solution? What solution would work if we could, like, is there a solution like, let's make a chart, or let's
Well, the first solution would be to practice this together, right? You can actually print this out and practice it together and say, hey, I want us as a couple to be able to talk differently with one another, starting with a positive statement with each other, starting about what was said and what was did without attacking each other, like, you piss me off. No, it's about the trash. Saying what I feel and think, asking for what I need, and getting the other person's thoughts. Now, that's perfect what you said. Okay, so now we've got today figured out. So what do we do moving forward? What do you think we could do as a solution? What ideas do you have? How do you think we can resolve this? An idea I'm thinking of is possibly putting together a reminder chart so I remember the days that I need to do it, right? And then the two of you talk that out. That could work. And then, as the person who maybe upset the other person, each of you take responsibility, not blame or shame or guilt, taking responsibility of how can I make this better? And then each of us does that. So let's say I'm Bob and I say, okay, so I get that you were frustrated that you had to remind me. And I also get that you've had to remind me a million times. And that would really frustrate me too if I had to do that with somebody. So I'm going to put this little note on the fridge that reminds me it's every Thursday, because although I should remember, I know I'm not going to. And me, as myself, Tammy, um, I have to remind myself, like, all right, Coach Tammy Star, when is trash again? And we do. We have a little magnet up on the fridge. And so I bring trash out from the rooms and put it into the trash can. So Noe takes it out on the right day. So that's it, right? So that handles that. It may be done and you may not ever have to think about it again. So I love that idea, Annette, right? And what might be some other ideas if there's communication issues? Can you think of anything else besides the chart idea, which I love, by the way, and it works for any age because we need reminders.
cleaning the bathroom, helping out with bills, or, I think that having a chart and not being able to repeat yourself should work if you have understanding people around you.
Beautiful. And the difference is exactly what you said. Both people are working on it. Both are being understanding. If you want to be in a relationship, if you want to live in the same house with somebody else, you also want to work together. You also want to wake up and have a good day. You want to do these things. But if we haven't learned how to practice them and we have different subconscious beliefs going on, like when somebody asks me to do something, they're bossing me around, or they are trying to control me, or whatever belief system I have going on, that's going to get in the way of how I hear them asking me to do something. So those are also tools you want to add to your toolbox and resources that you can do, which is why I do this work, because I want to be that resource to be able to help you. And I do work with couples and I do work with individuals, and I work, my main focus is working with business women, because not only are we taking care of all these things, but then we're also taking care of our business and our clients and the admin and all. So it helps us to really dig into, where are my filters? What's going on over here that's creating this over there, as well as what's going on for them. So it creates both parties to be understanding. And I've done this work with partners. I've done this work with children and parents. I've done this work with business partners, with like general managers and their staff. And, in every regard, I've done this with every type of relationship, starting you with yourself. Essentially, you have to start you with yourself and see what's my filters, what's going on. All right.
We have
And I
another
love that.
question that just came up. Tammy,
Okay, cool beans. So
sorry
let's
to interrupt you.
finish this one because I want to take your input. So take what Annette was saying. Look at those various things in the house. Look at what's the day for bathroom, what's the day for trash, what's the day for this, what's the day. We are not like if we're working with an adult partner, we're not children. We don't need to be reminding each other all the time. One, I don't want to be reminded all the time, and two, I don't want to be reminding somebody all the time. However, if we agree to it, like, hey, I'll remind you, you remind me, great. But it doesn't need to go more than that. You remind me, I say thank you, and I do it. I don't say thank you and just keep not doing it. Otherwise, now you're repeating that bad habit again. All right, cool beans. Let me go ahead and stop share. We might keep this back up, but for now, we'll stop share. There we go. Okay.
Okay, so now we have Jill. My mother-in-law is here, and I had to get the kids, and I have to get the kids from school. I'm trying to get things ready to go, and she's asking me to help her because she is cooking. I feel mad. I feel upset. Sorry. I feel upset at her and also myself. How can I be less reactive?
That's a very good question. And first, I just want to share empathy and compassion, right? That's a lot going on. Giving yourself that same empathy and compassion right away is important. And I will actually go ahead and share this again. I'll be sharing this a lot with you guys. And if any of you are interested, just put in the comments and we'll make sure to get this to you as well. So what I hear going on is she's feeling that this is unjust and unfair. So I'm hearing there's some emotion of anger. I'm also hearing disappointment because mother-in-law is not really being mindful of the whole situation and just focused on what she's doing. Sounds like there's some guilt in there because she's upset with her reaction. When we're going through this experience, there's automatic sadness because we are judging ourselves, and so that's loss of value with a relationship with ourselves. There's also loss of value in the relationship when we feel this way toward the other person. This isn't a bad thing, it's a natural experience. So be kind with yourself as you notice these things. There's a separation of ourselves with others as well as with ourselves. There's this feeling of I don't know what to do. So it creates more and more of that as we judge more and more, as we compare more and more. I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Projecting, what's this person going to think if I say this or that? Then we're in stress and overwhelm. And then we're creating, well, what do I do? What if this happens? And what if that happens? So just notice, Jill, that all of this is going on for you. And quite possibly, if it's not being resolved, it'll drop you right into the second level of emotions into frustration. And frustration can escalate, escalate, escalate because these just keep looping. And then our body has to depress, calm itself down. The problem is this is supposed to be a temporary state. This is the third level. And we're just supposed to use this to help us calm down, deal with what we've got to deal with, and then address those issues. But a lot of times, if we don't know how, we just keep looping this pattern. And it just keeps feeling like it's getting worse and worse. But what's really happening is we're pushing it aside. We think it's better because we don't feel it anymore. And then what happens again, we push it aside. And it's like being under the carpet. The carpet's just getting higher. So it's not really that the next situation is worse. It's that you've got this situation and all of this that you believed you got rid of. Like, oh, that's gone. I worked with that. Sometimes even if we do work with it, if there's still feelings about it, it's not done. It still needs some help and support. So very good thing, first of all, is knowing that all of what you're feeling is normal. The first place I would like for you to go is taking a look at making yourself wrong for what you're feeling, thinking, all that. Write down what your thoughts are and write down these feelings and get safe with them. Help yourself to realize, wow, I'm feeling all of this. Because each one of these emotions is being pushed. It's normal. It's like the gaslight. The gaslight comes on because you need gas. Each of these little emotions come on because they need attention. And so we're going to start here because this will likely address everything. You're telling yourself you don't know what to say. So, as I mentioned, this is also a boundaries document. You get to set a boundary with yourself, right? and be able to say positive statement. Hey, Jill, I need to talk to you. When you say to yourself, I don't know what to say, and when you say to yourself, if I say this, she's going to be mad, she's going to be hurt. If I say, like, jot those things down that you were saying. Allow yourself to notice the thoughts and feelings. And when I say to myself, I don't know what to say, what if you said to somebody else when they were like, you know what, I think I have a problem. And you said to them, well, you better not say anything because you don't know what to say. How do you think they would feel? On top of the problem they have in front of them, now they're going to feel all of this because of that statement as well. And they'll be even more concerned not to say anything. So notice the thoughts that you're thinking. Whenever you've had a conflict before, what did you say? Positive statement. You said to that person, hey, Mom, I really appreciate and love that you're cooking, but when you're asking me to help, I really can't because I'm trying to get ready for work or trying to get ready to get the kids. Now you to yourself will know what you were feeling and thinking. She doesn't need to know, right? Because your response and reaction really almost had nothing to do with her. She was just asking for help. Maybe she didn't know you were going to get the kids. Maybe she wasn't paying attention. In your mind, you're like, well, she should have. It's the same time every day. Well, I have memory issues and I know I should know stuff too. But what if, like Annette was saying, what about if you guys set an alarm? Like that. Woo! Like that alarm is to remind me to make sure we're on our last question. So then mom knows, okay, we're getting ready to go pick up the kids. Let me, not ask for anything. And you can set your alarm maybe even a little bit sooner if you're feeling frantic at this time. So that way you have a little more time, 5 minutes, a little bit more time to find the keys, get the stuff together. Say, hey, Mom, I'm going to go get the kids. So now everybody's on the same page. And if she asks for something, be mindful of your tone. We can be very harsh with our loved ones without meaning to, and very critical and condescending in our response. And it can make it like they're stupid. And not that we mean to, it's just our frustration. Like, I'm going to get the kids, which says, what the hell's wrong with you? Don't you know? Like that. Or we could say, oh, I'd really love to help you, Mom, but I got to go get the kids. Sorry. And then got to find my keys. Hey, baby. So Noe says, hey, the man. I don't know if when he said hey, it came through right away if there was a delay, but that's so great. Aw. So guys, please do write in the comments, just like Mr. Noe did. Let us know that you're here. Let us know your thoughts, your comments, your questions. So to kind of summarize, when we go in with a positive statement, we're going in with the intention of creating connection versus just responding. So that, Jill, will help with your reaction right away. Like, hey, my mother-in-law's here because I want to create family. My mother-in-law's here because I care. Or it could just be my mother-in-law's here because I'm supporting my husband. But let's try to build a little more positivity in there. If that's the case, we'd work on that. Sharing what is it that they said. It doesn't have to be harsh. It could be kind. When you're asking me to help you right now, I just can't. I've got to go get the kids. And so what I just said is I need you to know I got to go get the kids. And every day, 2:45 or 1 o'clock, I'm going to be going to get them. And actually, I'm going to actually start 5 minutes sooner because I'm just feeling way too frazzled. If you want, you can text me or whatever the solution, if she doesn't know something that's in your house or something like that. Or all the herbs are in the cabinet over there. You'll probably have to look through them or whatever that is. And then you can ask her, do you know which one I mean? Which cabinet I mean? I'm not exactly sure what other question you could ask to make sure she knows. You could say, does that make sense? Because you're usually not really needing a lot back from her, but you want to know that she heard you. You could even say, what'd you hear me saying? Now, I don't know that that one would really fit in that case. I might say, that's pretty much all I can think of. So if you could think of anything else, you could ask any additional responses to get her to talk back to you. So you know where she's at with that. And then finally, I'll see you soon. I'll be back in 20 minutes or 30 minutes, or I've got to do errands on the way, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be back, whatever that looks like. And it might be a good idea to talk to each other beforehand, because if she's cooking, you don't know what she's doing. Is she cooking because she knows the kids are going to be home soon? Is she cooking just for herself? Is she like, so being in communication on the other side of things is also good too. All right, cool beans. So just to summarize the questions that we answered today, it was really about learning how to set these boundaries with yourself, understand your emotions, so you can give yourself what's needed, right? If I'm feeling any kind of inadequacy, I'm going to create acceptance. What is it that I know what to do here? Let me change up my thinking with myself. Or I love this person. How do I talk to this person? Positive statement. So we walked through two really great examples of really great questions. So Bob and Jill, I really appreciate you asking those questions. And we do have others, so we'll make sure to continue, but continue to add your questions on areas where you feel like you've got challenges that are blocking you personally or professionally. And Miss Annette, did you have any feedback you wanted to share?
Right now, no. I'm looking, and I just right now they come slowly, but because
That's okay.
we're new.
Well, we're actually at time, so that's perfect. But Annette, I did want to say, really great idea on the scheduling, really great idea on putting all those things down. So then both parties don't feel like they have to be reminding anybody or have that pressure, which is great. And then the other person doesn't have to feel like they're being reminded all the time, because they see it there, they see it's going to happen. The other person's committed to doing that. And then there we go. And then we may have to continue to recommit to ourselves as part of that practice, and not just blow it off and then create that conflict again. And so that's why I'm here. I really want to help you create that experience and learn how to work together. And so my name is Tammy Workman-Lopez. My company is Sparks Hope. You can find me on any of my social medias at Coach Tammy Star. And I want to thank you so much, Annette, for calling me up and saying, hey, I have these folks, they have questions, and let's just do this together. I really appreciate that. And I hope you guys appreciate the time she's taking and the change that she wants to make in your lives. All right, big squishy hugs, everybody. You take care of you and have a wonderfully blessed day. And Noe says he sent the wrong emoji. Bye,
Okay,
honey.
bye.
Bye, Annette. Bye, everybody.